Hi, welcome back to part three of Informed Consent for Jamille Wellness Counseling. This part will be going over what Reiki is. So, Reiki is a type, so expressed consent, informed consent to receive Reiki is what is this part of the informed consent document. So, Reiki is a type of energy healing treatment over 2,500 years old that originated in Japan. Rei means universal, and Ki means life force energy. So, you may also hear Ki as Chi or as Prana, all meaning life force energy. So, the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, the NCCIH, lists Reiki as a type of energy medicine. The Reiki practitioner will use sacred symbols traced into the room onto a person, blown on the breath, or charged in the hands. So I just want to pause here and just share with you how I came to this beautiful practice. Really, I was a couple of years into my nursing practice. I've been a nurse for over 20 years, and a couple of years in, I will never forget. I had this elderly patient, she's this woman, and she had broken. She had fallen and broken her hip, and she was to have surgery on it in the morning, and so she was admitted around, I don't know, 11:30, midnight, whatever. And and so she was actually admitted before my shift. So she had already been settled in, and then I got on at 11. And so here we are, the witching hour upon us at any, within the hour. And she couldn't have anything to eat to comfort her. She was very narcotic naive. So I can only give her very small doses of opioids to help with her pain. And she was demented. She didn't know where she was. She was confused. And so, and when I gave her Ativan, which is just to calm, she had a paradoxical reaction, so it made her more agitated. So here I was, a nurse with 8 hours to go, and a client who is agitated, confused, can't have any food or beverages for comfort, can't very sparingly use the medicine that I could use with her, and there's just so many ice packs or hot packs you can give, or warm blankets. So I quickly realized, oh, I don't really have anything in my toolbox, right? And so I did some investigating and to ask other nurses, like, hey, is there anything else out here? And some said Reiki or therapeutic touch. So therapeutic touch is a very similar energy medicine that came from the nursing world. And it was like seven parts over like a long time, and thousands of dollars. And I'm like, I want something now, and so I explored Reiki, and I realized that was a weekend class. It was still like kind of, $1,000. Like it was a chunk of change. But so this is so in the Reiki training, you learn all the background and how Dr. Usui was a Japanese doctor, and he also wanted to help his patients in a way that involved something other than traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, herbs, and so forth. And so he went up to the proverbial mountain, and he did, and he meditated for 40 days, and he received these sort of sacred symbols. And so in the Reiki training, there's a part that's called the attunement, where they embed, they kind of put these sacred symbols into your auric field. So I know that may be a little bit like woo woo for people, but at any rate, I just want to normalize, we're all healers. We can all channel energy. So in Reiki, I'm not giving you my energy. I'm channeling that universal life force energy. And so oftentimes I'll trace it in the air, or I'll blow it into the room, or just hold it for myself to be able to be, you know, embodied in the most healing way to be with you. Yeah. So, where was I with this? Okay. Yeah. So that's where charging hands after receiving consent. So, even though this is in informed consent, I will always ask you, and I have a Reiki table in my office. So, it's just a little weird to snuggle up on the couch next to you and put my hands on your face, or on your eyes or ears, or on chest and forehead. That's just feels weird and boundary crossing land. And so I like to, and ergonomics too. So it's really important as the Reiki practitioner for me to be comfortable so that I can be relaxed and channel that Reiki easily and effortlessly. So I'll have you lay on the Reiki table, just a massage table, and then I can either have my hands just gently on you or even a little bit hovered above you. So even in that process, I'll always ask you, is it okay if I have my hand on your chest? Does that feel okay to have my hands on your shoulders? Very rarely I'll do a chest and belly, but maybe I'll do feet. But we'll talk through it. And because it's one-on-one, there's no limitations to what you can share with me as if we were doing Reiki in a group healing. So you can tell me the things that come up for you and we can process as we're doing that. Or it may just be that you are really needing just that nourishing, non-sexual touch that we are lacking so much in this Western culture. So even in therapy to receive nourishment that doesn't involve talking, that's okay too, because again, I'm a somatic psychotherapist. So I'm always going to come back to the body, and I'm always going to invite you back to your bodily experience because story follows state, right? Our nervous system state dictates so much of the narrative in our mind. So yeah. So consent. And then I just have in here that Reiki has been studied in double blind experiments with mixed results. So when I was a nurse and investigating this, a lot of the studies were around perioperative patients. So before surgery, getting Reiki, after surgery, getting Reiki. And, a lot of those patients showed increased healing time, less need for medicine, decreased infection. So all those very real measurable outcomes, and yet some studies were like, no change. And so, but in all of those, there was never that Reiki was proved to be harmful. So mixed results. Some studies show improvements in both physical and mental health challenges, while others showed no difference. So I just said that, and then reiterating that Reiki has been proven to not be harmful. So choice is always optional, and the treatment can be discontinued at any time. So again, that choice and consent piece will continue to surface in our work together. Yeah. So, and I have a lot of clients that are like, oh, I'm curious about that. Okay, well, let's check that out. Yeah, come on over to the Reiki table. So, all right. So that is a part about Reiki, and I will see you in the next parts. Thanks.